Imagine a structure so immense it covers twice the area of the ancient Greek Parthenon. But it wasn't built by adding stone blocks. It was created entirely by removing a mountain. Hidden deep within the basalt rocks of Maharashtra, India, sits Cave 16 of Ellora, the architectural anomaly known as the Kailash Temple. It completely shatters our standard understanding of ancient engineering. It was not constructed piece by piece. The entire temple, its towering pillars, detailed galleries, and massive statues is one single unbroken rock. No bricks, no mortar, no external joints. To build this wonder, ancient craftsmen had to cut directly into the heart of the living earth. But how did they plan a masterpiece where a single mistake meant total failure? Our story begins in the 8th century under the Rashtrakuta dynasty. King Krishna I fell desperately ill, throwing the entire royal court into absolute panic. The queen made a desperate vow to Lord Shiva. If the king survived, she would construct a magnificent temple and fast until she saw its golden crest. The king recovered rapidly, but the architects realized the terrifying truth. Building a massive temple from the ground up would take years, meaning the queen would starve to death long before its completion. Then, a master architect stepped forward with a mind-blowing solution. He promised to show the queen the top crest of the temple in just 1 week. How? By reversing the entire rules of construction. They would not build upward from the valley. They would stand on top of the mountain cliff and carve directly down. With that single decision, thousands of hammers struck the mountain cliff simultaneously, beginning a journey of absolute precision. A journey where the slightest miscalculation meant irreversible ruin. Think about the sheer complexity of this top-down method. When you construct a building normally, you can adjust errors as you add layers. But here, the architects had to visualize the entire multi-story complex, every ceiling, hallway, and pillar inside solid rock before making a single cut. They carved the roof structures first, then the complex upper galleries, moving downward to reveal massive pillars that were never attached from the outside. They were left behind by the excavation. This meant their three-dimensional mathematical calculations had to be absolutely flawless across decades of continuous labor. They also solved the structural load limits without modern calculators. They knew exactly how thick a stone ceiling needed to be to prevent a catastrophic collapse under its own weight. If a sculptor cut too deep into a main load-bearing pillar, the entire project would instantly fail. There was no rewriting stone, yet they executed the entire perimeter grid without a single foundational flaw. But it is the sheer scale of the logistics that truly boggles the mind. Let's look closely at the math, because the sheer weight of the numbers sounds like an absolute myth. Modern archaeologists estimate the volume of excavated basalt rock at over 200,000 tons. Some estimates even put that number closer to 400,000 tons of volcanic basalt rock systematically cut away from the mountain. According to scriptural inscriptions, this entire monument was completed in under 20 years. If we break that down, it means workers cleared 20,000 tons of solid rock every single year. That is over 54 tons of solid basalt mountain rock carved out, cleared, and carried away every single day without breaks. Remember, this was accomplished using only iron chisels, basic hammers, and human muscles. The sheer organizational planning rivals the complex logistics of the Egyptian pyramids. And they weren't just clearing rock, they were simultaneously carving intricate, breathtaking art directly into the walls as they moved lower. But this leads us directly to the greatest riddle of the entire complex. Architecturally, the complex is a physical model of Mount Kailash, the sacred celestial home of Lord Shiva. The base is surrounded by hundreds of life-sized, intricately carved elephants. At the base sits the iconic masterpiece panel, showing the multi-armed demon king Ravana, violently trying to shake the foundations of the holy mountain itself. The depth, the dramatic shadows, and the profound mathematical understanding of how changing seasonal light interacts with the stone surfaces is absolutely incredible. Yet, despite centuries of intense research, a massive mystery remains completely unsolved. Where did the missing 400,000 tons of excavated rock debris go? There is no massive rubble field anywhere near Ellora. It completely vanished from history. Was it pulverized into lost technology? Or did ancient India possess cosmic keys we have completely forgotten? Think about it.